boys and girls and parents. Today I have a little idea for you about creating a game. It is a game that involves coding and teaching coding, but doesn't involve a screen. So the first thing that you're going to need to create is you're going to need to create a playing board. And you can do this out of a lot of things. You can do it out of a poster board or a flat piece of cardboard. It just needs to be pretty big so that you have a lot of spaces to move on. It can be bigger than this or smaller than this. If you have a checkerboard, you might even be able to use that. But for me, I use the top of a pizza box, and in order to make spaces, I use tape. But really, you could just take and draw on a grid using a magic marker. Make it as easy as possible for yourself. So you need a playing board, and these are the spaces in which your player is going to move. The second thing that you're going to need is some type of playing piece, a figure that's going to move around the board. I used a little Lego man, but you can use anything that you want. Your child can make a little creature or a little figure to move around. You can use a small plastic dinosaur, a superhero figure, whatever works, whatever your child has. And the next thing that you're going to need, besides your playing board and your little figure that's going to move around, is something to use for obstacles. These are things that are going to sit on your board, and you as a parent are going to put on your board, that are spaces that the playing figure cannot move on. So you're going to lay them around the board. And what you need to do is make sure that there is a pathway to get to the end. So you're going to decide where the start is, okay, and where the finish is. I'm going to put it over here. And my finish is a different object. It's a big marble. And I need to get my figure from here to here. And there are obstacles along the way. I use some Duplo pieces. You can use whatever is around. But again, you want to make sure that there is a way for your child to get from one place to the other. So after you put out your obstacles, check that out. Make sure that that is true. All right. Now the way that your figure moves around the board is that you need to give your figure some directions. And those directions are going to be arrows on a small piece of paper. So you can use scrap paper. I happen to use some Post-it notes, and if you want some, you can come to the library and pick them up. We have a lot. We'd be glad to share them with you. And there are 3 directions that you can give your action figure. It can be an arrow that says straight ahead, or an arrow that says turn to the right, or turn to the left. And those are the 3 directions that your child can use. If your child is older and wants to draw the arrows out themselves as they go, they can do that. Or if your child is younger and you want to draw a bunch of arrows ahead of time and they can choose which direction they want their playing figure to go in, you can do that as well. Whatever makes sense to your child. So it's an idea of giving this figure directions to get to the end. So let's see how this might work. So one of the things that you want to do, especially with a little bit older children, is if your figure has a front and a back, my figure, my Lego man, is facing that way. And he obviously can't go straight ahead because he's going to go into an obstacle. So I need to turn him. So the first direction I would give him is I'm going to have him turn to the left. So I need an arrow that says that. Turn to the left. The other thing is you also need a lot of space so your child can lay out their directions. So the first thing I'm having him to do is turn to the left. And then I want him to walk straight ahead. So I'm going to have him go here. And I need to keep giving him directions as to what to do. So for each arrow, it's one space. Okay. Now, I need to have my figure turn around and look that way, face that way. So I need to have an arrow that says turn to his right. So he's turning and facing that way, but now I want him to move in that direction. So he's going straight ahead, straight ahead. So it's an arrow for every move that he makes. Straight ahead. Whoops. And he fell down. Get back up there, buddy. Okay. Now I can have him go one of two ways. So there's an option, but I'm still going to have him go straight ahead. And now I'm going to have him turn to the right. And then go straight ahead that way. And yay! He got to that big marble. He's won the marble. So then you want to count how many turns did it take? How many pieces of paper? How many directions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Took 11. The question is there a faster way to get there? And that's the challenge. Challenge your child to find the fastest way to get there. I think in this case there is. So let's take the arrows up. And let's see if I can come up with a quicker way to get there. All right, I'm going to start again. So we want to beat that 13. He started here, facing that direction. Okay. I want him to turn. So I'm going to have him turn. Okay, he's turning. And now I want him to move straight ahead. And now I want him to turn again. This time I want him to go that way. So he's going to turn to his right. He's going to face that way. And now I want him to go straight in that direction. So that's 1. Again, straight ahead. Again, straight ahead. Oh, can he go straight ahead? No, he can't. I have to have him turn. So I want him to turn now to his left. Okay, now I want him to move ahead. Okay, now I need to have him turn again. Okay. I want him to turn to his right. And now he continues straight ahead. Yay! He's at the finish and he's won that big marble. Let's see how many turns it took to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, that was the quickest route. So, boys and girls, the challenge is to find the quickest way to get from the start to the finish. Parents, you can have more than one child play at one time, and you can have different places that they start from and different places that they finish. You can move those pieces around to make the game more engaging. If you have a bigger board, you can even make it more challenging. But again, you need a lot of arrows and you need a lot of space to put those arrows out. And it's a good way to teach the concept of writing code, which is writing directions. And I hope you have some fun doing this. You can be very creative with it. Enjoy it. Have a good time. Take care. Bye-bye.